Renaissance art. The period from the 14th century to the 7th century in Europe is a popular called Renaissance, and it's marked a rebirth or revival of classical learning and wisdom. The wave of Renaissance touched upon the main areas of European civilization, particularly the areas of art, religion, literature, and politics. Renaissance marked as an increased awareness of nature, and revival in learning which was all present in the medieval period but became prominent in 15th and 16th century. Renaissance art was all about representation of an individual view of a man. The period of Renaissance saw some glorious work of many legendary artists which are still revered today. Example of Renaissance art is the Mona Lisa, painted by Leonardo da Vinci, is one of the most famous and recognized paint in history, and arguably in the most discussed painting because of enigmatic smile. There have been many discussions about the smile of Mona Lisa, whether she smiles or not. And painting ng Mona Lisa is damuhan meaning and matahan paintan Mona Lisa is Mona Lisa seems to always follow you bagat permiya nakakita mo kung bisan ka kumain bagat sit so the left or right bagat nasa nulo niya eyes. And the next example of paint of Renaissance artist created in 1520. This is one of the iconic painting of Michelangelo. The creative Adams in painting on the ceiling of Satan Chapel. Even though this is one of the most replicated paint of all time, it is the only second na popular to the Mona Lisa. Ikaduha ni nga paint, pinaka-famous nga paint is ang pinakauna sa Mona Lisa. The painting has become a symbol of human as the image depicts the hand of both God and Adam on the verge of touching.
Modern art. Modern art includes the artistic works produced during the period 1860s to the 1970s. This type of art denotes the styles and philosophies of art during that era. Modern art is usually associated with art in which the traditions of the past were thrown aside for the spirit of experimentation. An example of modern art is the persistence of memory. The persistence of memory was created by Salvador Dali in 1931 and was given to the Museum of Modern Art in New York City by an anonymous donor in 1934. Another example of modern art is pop art. Pop art is an exciting, colorful, and vibrant art which emerged in the UK and the US during the 1950s. Pop art still remains popular and influential to this day and is easily one of the most recognizable arts in this 20th century.
Okay, contemporary art. Contemporary art is the term used for art for the present day. As usually, the artists are alive and still making work. Contemporary art is often about ideas and concern rather than solely the aesthetic. The look of the work artists try different ways of experiment with ideas and material. Atom Redeem, created at the peak of Jackson Pollock's career, Atom Redeem is a perfect example of the drip painting technique. The technique, which is specific to Pollock, made him famous due to its originality to create his works. Pollock stood on his canvas and dripped the paint onto the canvas, letting it fall naturally. He would drip, splash, strip, and pour painting onto his canvas. For the artist, the movement and paints themselves drab his art. This unique method of painting is considered to the artist's trademarks. I Still Face You. A young and dramatic artist, Nidia Akonyele Crosby unites her dual culture experience in her vibrant contemporary artworks. After spending her formative years in Nigeria, she moves to America at the age of 16 and now lives and works in Los Angeles. Her intensely personality pieces unite her rich culture influence with more traditional stone paintings superimposed on complex sets, which are often a collision of elements taken from Nigerian folk culture. And that's it. Thank you.